Hello, Westford! The solar eclipse on Monday eclipsed all other news for a day. We bring you the scene at the MIT Wallace Observatory that's right here in Westford. Plus, the Blues N Brews Festival had beautiful weather for the thousands who attended, and school starts just next week. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. The annual Blues N Brews Festival took place this weekend at the Neshoba Valley ski area. Blues artists from around the country played for more than 1,000 spectators. The Westford Rotary sponsored event raises funds for scholarships for Westford students and various organizations. Here's WestfordCAT's production coordinator, Patty Stalker, with more information.
The sun came out and the weather couldn't have been more perfect for the 16th annual Blues N Brews Festival at the Neshoba Valley ski area on August 19th and 20th. This two-day fundraising event by the Westford Rotary combines the incredible sounds of talented blues artists from around the country with the opportunity to taste a variety of beers, ciders, and other samplings from both local and national brewers. Here's Neshoba Valley ski area's marketing director, Pam Fletcher, with more on the turnout.
What we think that's probably the most interesting outside of the numbers of people that attend is where they're from and how many of them have never been to Blues N Brews and didn't really realize it was a fun festival that you could actually bring your kids to, enjoy some great brews and absolutely fabulous blues.
It's definitely a family-friendly event, so you see people here of all different ages, and some people come for one day, some people come for 2 days. But the point of this is to raise money for the Westford Rotary, and then they go ahead and distribute it where?
To multiple charities, and they do a great job with that. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year, so we're so proud to be a part of that in the Neshoba Valley ski area because it's one of our biggest givebacks that we do to the community, and we're grateful to be a part of Blues N Brews.
Food trucks and various vendors also participated in the two-day event. Blues N Brews Festival is a project of the Westford Rotary Charitable Foundation, Incorporated, where all proceeds are distributed to various charities and local and regional organizations. If you missed the Blues N Brews Festival, don't worry. Organizers are already making preparations for next year. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
To see more of the event, you can check it out at westfordcat.org. And now for our feature story of the week. A solar eclipse marked the beginning of the week and dominated the news as people gathered on hilltops and open settings across the country to see the moon pass in front of the sun. In Westford, 150 people gathered at the George R. Wallace Jr. Astrophysical Observatory to watch the event. Staff members and volunteers handed out safety glasses for viewing the rare occurrence. The Northeast experienced a partial eclipse, but states from Oregon to the Carolinas observed a total eclipse of the sun. It was the first total eclipse visible in the U.S. since 1979.
Oh, Greg, what is this box?
So this, I'm not sure what these things are called, but basically it's a big pinhole camera that allows you to look at the sun reflected off a white sheet of paper so that you don't have to burn your retinas.
Okay, and what inspired you to make it for today?
Well, I've got a lot of kids, and I wanted them to be able to safely view the eclipse, and we didn't have an opportunity to go to Nashville, Tennessee, so we're here, and we're making the most of it, and we're having a great time.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5.
What town are you from?
Boxborough with a B.
Yes. Okay. And what's your background?
I'm a scientist, but in biology, not in astronomy.
So how's the box working?
It's working fabulously well. That was the prototype box. That's okay. But, this is a step up.
Meanwhile, at WestfordCAT, a group of summer campers were learning how to safely view an eclipse. To view a photo gallery of the event, you can visit westfordcatnews.org, and while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our free online newsletter, and photos of the camp can be viewed at our sister website, westfordcat.org. And here's News Director Joyce Polino-Crane with a highlight from the Selectmen's meeting.
Thanks, Ira. In their August 22nd meeting, Selectmen unanimously approved a request to accept $16,270 from the Friends of the Bruce Freeman Rail Trail for a trail crossing system at Griffin Road, just off Route 27. Here's Chris Barrett and Emily Teller, members of the Friends of the Freeman Rail Trail, explaining how it will work.
For people coming off of 27 onto Griffin Road, they'll be able to see right away if somebody's approaching, because there's microwave sensors that are pointed down at the trail, and they'll activate the rapid response flashing beacons as people are approaching. The problem there is, as people come up, there's these berms and lots of woodland that keeps people from, number one, seeing the traffic, and number two, the traffic seeing the people. So when these things flash, it'll at least get people to, put on the brakes and make sure that we don't have any accidents there.
It's not trail user activated, right? It looks like that button is there.
There will be a button there, as well as a microwave assist. Yep, so you have both. The reason for that is, as people are coming down Griffin Road and they want to cross over, they won't trigger the microwave, obviously, because they're not on the trail, but they can press the button and activate it. Say if you're a mother with a stroller, yep, exactly, and that'll allow them to cross the street. So I think it's a nice addition there.
In other news, Selectmen unanimously approved a tax incremental financing agreement with Goodrich Corporation for approximately 50,000 square feet of space the company will occupy at 5 Technology Park Drive. The so-called TIF will reduce the company's property taxes by an estimated $70,821 over 5 years. The measure will go before a town meeting for approval. Engineer Paul Starrett updated Selectmen on the many roadway projects underway in town, including Main Street, Plain Road, and Littleton Road at Tadmuck Road. Town Manager Jody Ross presented a proposal to consolidate town and school facility maintenance departments, which was unanimously approved. Also approved 5-0 was the town manager's wastewater asset maintenance proposal. To learn the details of these and other developments at the Board of Selectmen meeting, please watch it at WestfordCAT.org. And don't forget to check WestfordCatNews.org for in-depth news coverage of the town. And while you're there, subscribe to our free online daily newsletter. Back to you, Ira.
School starts next week with staggered openings beginning Monday, August 28th and continuing until Wednesday, August 30th. You can check out WestfordK12.us for details. The deadline for bus registration was back on August 4th. This year, the family cap fee is $600 for 3 or more students. The fee for an individual student is $225 and $450 for 2 students. Westford Public Schools ranked 4th best in the state in a 2018 Niche.com report and 29th out of over 10,000 schools in the nation, according to Superintendent Everett V. Olson, who sent a letter to parents on August 21st highlighting the news. Speaking of Superintendent Olson, the school committee approved a 1.5% increase in his salary on August 15th. Olson will earn $192,909 this year, retroactive to July 1st. In comparison, Bill Ricca's superintendent will earn $177,725 in fiscal 2018, which began in July 1st. And Concord Carlisle's superintendent will earn $200,000 for the same period. In Chelmsford, the superintendent will earn $180,000, and the departing Acton superintendent was earning $200K as well. These amounts don't necessarily include expenses or car allowances or performance bonuses. Olson has been with the Westford School District since 1985 when he arrived as its business manager. He was later named superintendent in the mid-2000s. You can find the complete up-to-date story about administrative salaries at WestfordCatNews.org. The Millworks in Forge Village, which is the town's sports complex, developer Chris Ewell is overseeing the installation of trusses to support the roof covering the indoor soccer fields. The framework will allow the removal of the existing columns, said Ewell, so that athletes can play in an open space. And here's the latest news from Westford Town Hall.
Hi, I'm Jody Ross, Town Manager in Westford, and today I wanted to show you some of the stimulus projects that we have going on in town. We actually received almost $400,000 grant for a complete streets program the Commonwealth was offering. And one of the projects that we're doing with that is making our downtown more pedestrian safe. So I'm standing here at the corner of Lincoln Street and Boston Road, and you can see we have added curb extensions to slow the traffic moving right off of Boston Road onto Lincoln Street. You can see them now. They have to swing further out and making this sidewalk safer here in front of the PCA. We're also adding granite curbing and new sidewalk on the other side, and we will have new crosswalks going across Lincoln. So here we are at the corner of Main Street and Boston Road, and you can see all the construction going on. We're actually adding curb extensions here, and we are adding a crosswalk so you can get from Northern Bank across the street to the Common. The curb extensions that we are adding are to slow traffic down, turning left off of Main onto the Boston Road and making it safer for both the pedestrians and for the traffic coming straight ahead from Forge Village Road. I'm pleased to say that through donations there will be pavers used for the crosswalk at this intersection and also the crosswalk at the PCA building. So here we are in front of the town hall, and you can see that we are putting in a new crosswalk. The old crosswalk actually crossed from our driveway into a driveway of the neighbor. That wasn't a great situation. So we've relocated it with granite curbing. This will be all paved here, new asphalt, and we will have a brand new crosswalk so that people can get safely across the road to the town hall. So we know there's a lot of construction going on all around town, and we appreciate your patience, but it's beautifying our town and improving the infrastructure for now and into the future. Thank you.
And here's Rekha Sharma with this week's health tip.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Ayurveda is a traditional system of healing from India which focuses on oneness of mind, body and soul. Today I'm going to talk about guava. Guava, as we are very close to the end of summers, is an excellent fruit for balancing the three doshas, that is the air, fire and water component of the body. It is a natural detox and has a low glycemic index and regulates blood sugar. It is also a rich source of vitamin C, thereby anti-inflammatory for the joints. It improves digestion, reduces bloating and constipation. Eating guava in routine improves the sleep and provides relief from stress. Guava is also beneficial for people with lung infections. So add few pieces of guava in your diet to get the benefits. If you have any allergies to guava, please contact your PCP before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
And now let's go to Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this week.
Hello Westford, this is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend into August 28th. We have a pleasant mild week of weather ahead, with highs in the mid-70s and lows in the 50s. Great weather for Westford students returning to school this week. Here's what's coming up. That was your Western weather. Have a great week, everyone.
In June, we introduced you to Bubba, a 5-year-old white male cat available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Well, Bubba's still available to be adopted into a loving home. And here's Patty Stalker with more information.
Of the 53 featured on our Adoptable Pet segment, all but 4 pets have been adopted. And one of those still available to take home from the Lowell Humane Society is a sweet, lovable 5-year-old cat named Bubba. He's currently with a foster family, but would love to find his forever home. Here's animal caregiver and adoption counselor Erin Milligan.
Here is Bubba. He definitely loves his attention. He is a handsome man. He was brought to us back in April. The family really just couldn't afford his medical care at the time. They really did love him. They just knew that it was more than they could afford. He definitely loves attention. He loves to come and rub against you, loves his food, and he'll even sit with you and just hang out with you if you're doing anything like office-y, or if you're just going to sit at the couch for the day. He enjoys hanging out on the back of the chair too with you. He always loves to be around someone. He was at one time diabetic when he first came to the shelter. We have since gotten that under control. Now he's just considered pre-diabetic. So what that means is he does need to be on a special food to help with maintaining his blood sugar levels. And the vet may recommend having him in maybe a couple times a year just to keep an eye out on his blood sugar. But as long as he sticks with the diet, he should be fine. He does love the fishing pole style toys to play with. He also enjoys a good nap next to you. His family described him as friendly, playful, independent, but he does love attention. Not only does he enjoy sitting on your lap at times, he likes to sit next to you, be petted.
To learn more about Bubba or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or to find out how to donate, volunteer, foster a pet, or fill their wish list, go to lowellhumanesociety.org or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
And here's Patty Stalker with suggestions for things to do this week around Westford.
Thanks, Ira. The Westford Family Fun Fest is kicking off fall with a gathering on Saturday, September 9th at Kimball Farm from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Organizers promise a day of games and activities. Participants can take advantage of Kimball's mini golf courses, the driving range, the arcade, and the batting cages. Food and ice cream will be available. There are fees for some activities. Visit westford.org for details. Open rehearsals will be held for the Westford Chorus on September 5th, 12th, and 19th. Auditions are not required. The Westford Chorus is a soprano, alto, tenor, and bass group whose mission, according to their website, is to present the widest possible spectrum of choral music to Westford and the surrounding communities. For more information, visit westfordchorus.org. Westford's Katie McNally and her fiddle are coming home to Westford to perform a benefit concert for New Day Syria on Saturday, September 9th at 7 p.m. McNally is an internationally recognized player and modern-day composer of the Scottish and Cape Breton style repertoire. Tickets are $25 each and can be purchased at mktix.com/PCA. All proceeds go to New Day. Visit newdaysyria.net to learn more about this initiative. I'm Patty Stalker, production coordinator and editor at WestfordCAT. Back to you, Ira.
And that's it for this week, Westford. We leave you with images at the MIT Wallace Observatory during the solar eclipse.